Hey YouTube, it's Click Death again, bringing you Resident Evil 6 today. This video is going to serve both as a review and a benchmark. I am using the AMD 7870, and just like all my other benchmarks, the 7870 is a beast. It's running this at 120 frames without running fraps, and I lock fraps at 40, so it didn't even drop once, and that's the first time that's happened actually while recording with fraps. So that just goes to show how smooth Resident Evil is as a base game.
I'm sorry. I trusted Simmons.
The graphics in this game are just absolutely incredible.
This is all my fault.
There's a couple of texture issues with just like random objects,
orders, right?
like, you know, coffee pots or whatever.
Thought you're doing the right thing.
People and everything that matters in a game, or that matters in this game, has a really good, has really nice textures. So the graphics are awesome.
What the hell just happened?
Of course, they took our weapons. Jake, in there.
As you can see, I am playing with another online person, and that's the best way to play this game, honestly. It's a little bit lacking by yourself just because the AI is so dumb. They serve as a, you know, human shield better than they do
Good luck.
an ally in battle, but
Thanks.
it's okay. I mean, I still enjoy playing by myself in single player. I played probably through 2 full chapters just by myself, which is a solid 2 to 3 hours. Each chapter you can figure is about an hour. So there's a good
Sherry!
this game will probably take about 20 hours to beat, so that's a good chunk of time. You're done
You
with
don't
it
look
nicely.
alright.
And with
Hey, break down the door!
playability so high because of all the
through those air ducts.
unlockables and such, it's truly an excellent game. I don't know why it receives like low marks.
My pleasure.
The story is very blockbuster. That's the main reason I like this game actually, is because the story is so good and compelling. Same with the co-op. You can't really beat split screen options on a PC. It's very rare nowadays, so being able to play this with buddies on the same TV is a huge plus. Also, you get all the different types of play styles in this game. Jake, the guy that I'm playing as right now, he's kind of a little bit stealthy, I guess. They wanted him to be stealthy, but it's just simply not a stealth game. The stealth sequences are they're just not
Electricity
stealthy
temporarily
at all.
rerouted to incubation chamber. To activate
He's
elevator, please
mainly
attach
melee.
reserve battery.
His unique is to fight with his bare hands and not even have a weapon.
Where the hell is it?
Like Chris would have a knife.
Won't know till we find it.
I can't remember her name that's accompanying you, or Jake, in this, but she has like some sort of taser.
Reserve battery 1 activated. 25% charged.
It's really effective though.
We gotta get
and
more?
Each character has their
Damn
own
it.
set of unique weapons. I think it's things like that diving back on your back to get away from an enemy and being able to shoot while you're down there. It's those types of things that made classic Resident Evil fans not enjoy this so much. It's just, it kind of plays like an action shooter.
That's hardly practical. We got no choice.
In reality, you're still playing a
There's no
Resident
other
Evil
way out?
game.
well.
Just the gameplay mechanics have evolved quite drastically. which is never bad, in my opinion. That's what games are supposed to do. Also, the puzzle sequences are a little bit complicated. You'll run into glitches like that every now and again to where it just doesn't register you pressing the button, it won't jump. The gameplay in this is also extremely smooth. The shooting, the reason I mentioned that is because Revelations, I think, had some issues. I played the demo for that, and there was kind of a little bit of a delay, even with the Xbox controller. And I'm not sure if they fixed that for the actual release, but this game does a great job of responding to your commands, whether you're using a gamepad or a mouse and keyboard. And for those of you that are skeptical out there, you know, I'm not playing this on Xbox. I'm playing this on PC with an Xbox controller. I know a few of you have commented concerned about that. I'm not gypping you or trying to lead you astray. This is PC. This review is also only for the single player because I haven't had any experience with any of the online modes. I don't even know what they're called actually. I think one is Mercenaries mode. I'm sure that adds even more hours to this already lengthy game. You get your money's worth, most definitely. And there's sites where I picked this game up for 20 bucks, and it's easily worth 40, but I just got it on a deal.
Reserve battery 3 activated. 75% charged.
And for those of you that like
One more left.
more puzzles, this is really, you know, one of like 3 puzzles for Jake's part of the campaign. But for those of you that like puzzles, Leon is a good person to play as. He's actually the person intended to start off with, so he has some pretty good, not too complicated, but they'll stump you for a couple of minutes, then you examine the environment, just, you know, as it should. Not overly hard, but enough to get your brain juices pumping. This game does like to go over the top, you know, that backflip from off the pole, stuff like that. A lot of the action is a little bit over the top, especially once you enter some melee, like cinematic things like this. Those little blue things there are things that you collect to... I'm not sure what the figures are. I thought that maybe it was like Resident Evil 5 where you unlocked different costumes, but as of now I haven't seen any other variations, which is kind of disappointing, but it's a good enough game to where you don't need to change your appearance to find additional enjoyment. You'll find plenty of enjoyment just running and shooting around, and things like this where people can enter your game. That little someone entering my game as a creature, so potentially I'm shooting a player right now, Probably not because he just spawned in, but it kind of adds a little bit of a thrill to the game. There's been a couple instances where 3 people joined my game all at once, and I was extremely frightened just because I didn't know, I was new to the game at that time, and I just didn't know how good they would be, and they actually ended up killing me a couple of times, and they left my game soon after, thankfully. So if you're a newbie, definitely do not enable that. You have the option to enable all sorts of things before you start where you left off, so make sure that, I believe it's called Agent Hunt. It's not allowed if you don't want that to happen. As you can see, there's been no frame drops this entire time. Constant 40. To all of you that are skeptical about whether the 7870 can run no modern games, just put your concerns aside, because this game has not had any issues running every single game I've thrown at it in Ultra. I do have it overclocked slightly, but I don't think that's affecting this too much. I have it overclocked to 1100 megahertz, and I believe the power output to 20% as opposed to 0%. And if you guys want to know how to mod your AMD 7870, it's extremely easy. They actually have a user interface for it, but I can make you a tutorial video if it's requested. Job of is telling you how to perform any of these actions, like sliding. Everything, all the controls are given to you through the loading screens, which is unfortunate because there's a lot
power surge detected. Please use the elevator for evacuation.
Dodge moves that you can
There's no power, now there's too
be
much.
helpful throughout the entire game, from the opening scenes all the way through the end. Like being able to roll. I don't know what it is on the mouse and keyboard,
Have to find a
but
way to
it's,
stop this.
left trigger and A
That crane might do the trick.
in that order. And you can slide by sprinting and then pressing, for me it would be left trigger, like that. I guess this game may not be your style.
Fresh out of patience, pal.
For strictly thrills, so it's not scary at all unless find it scary that other people who just join the game and they try and be a lot stealthier than AI would, so they can provide you with some decent scares. But I would recommend it to players that enjoy a more cinematic gaming experience. Everything's very blockbuster. It's very fast-paced, not too much downtime, just explore the environment. A lot of quick-time events too, like this, and you will die. It's just something that happens.
Sherry, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hurry!
So this game might not be for everybody, but I highly recommend it. There's a bunch of exciting things that happen throughout the entire story, like this, you know.
Jump!
It's just all really high-tense situations. It never ends. Be prepared to be annoyed by bosses, if I had to warn you about something, and the lack of instructions for the controls is a little bit annoying, but overall it's a good game. I would easily give this an 8 out of 10. Maybe an 8.5. Thanks for watching though, guys.